What is up, you amazing people? It is Nima here, and today we have a few stories to cover, including Nintendo responding to some of the backlash that Nintendo has gotten over the price of some of their software. We're also going to take a look at the Minecraft movie, and also go into a game that I've been playing recently that will be on the Switch too, called 2 Point Museum. But first, I want to start off with a story of just personal grief, just something that I'm really irritated with, and it just caught me the wrong way. But before we get into that, please hit that like and subscribe button, help this channel grow. It means the world to me, and costs you nothing. So anyway, I just want to touch on this because I'm just annoyed by it. I saw this on Twitter. There is a guy called the Quarterling, I don't know his name. But anyway, he had this whole thing about you don't need a new iPad, a new cell phone, a new gaming console, a new computer, whatever. And he was basically just standing up for the tariffs and whatever. That's fine. Do you. But what annoyed me about the guy is just in the previous post that I had seen, he was begging for money because his coffee company wasn't doing so well. Now listen, I have no idea who this dude is or anything about him. And as I'm saying it, I'm probably talking about something political that I probably shouldn't get involved in. But it just annoys me. It's like that idea of like these individuals will talk about self-responsibility and blah blah blah, but then on the other side they're talking about how they need your help, they need your money. It's kind of like Elon Musk. I never really had anything against the guy, and I thought it was kind of funny when he was exposed for paying people to play video games for him and to make it look like he's one of the top in the world. I thought that was hilarious. But then when he's all for like taking free school lunches away from kids, and he says like it teaches character and whatever, but then finding out the dude literally gets almost $8 million a day from our government taxes. Oh, and how like Tesla paid 0 in taxes last year. I paid 12 grand in taxes last year. I'd much rather my tax dollars be going to feed hungry kids so they can focus and learn and take care of me as I get older, more than giving Elon Musk, the world's richest dude, more fucking money. I don't know. I'm sorry. And this isn't political, and I know people are going to perceive it as political. It's just these same things. I see it on social media, and usually, like 99% of the time, I just ignore it all and move on. But this Quarterling dude, he just caught me the wrong way today. And I think part of it is because my computer is going to hell, and I need a computer, like, badly. You will never hear me beg you guys for money. Please help me continue my channel. Hey, look, if my channel just dies because I don't have a computer, that sucks. See, I'll put a picture in this. You guys can see what I'm working with. And yes, there is an extra keyboard and a monitor. The monitor I got from the Goodwill for like $5, and the keyboard I think was like a Walmart thing. But anyway, the actual laptop, the screen and keyboard of that are both broke. I don't know what's wrong with them. The laptop itself is like 9 years old. I got it in like 2016. But the thing is, I would never ask you guys for money and then turn around and be like, oh, you should be more responsible with your money. Like, that's just dumb. Anyway, I'm sorry, I wasted way too much time talking about the personal issues I'm having. But anyway, let's get into Nintendo and their response. This is essentially a nothing burger, is what Doug Bowser said when confronted about these $80 price tags, or pretty much his $80 price tag when it came to Mario Kart. As he said, it's variable pricing, and depending on how much content the game has, or how much he thinks gamers can get out of it, how the replayability, this, that, and the third. That's why the prices are anywhere from $60 to $80. And I hate this, honestly, because part of me is really getting tired of video game bloat. You know, the games that just have a ton of extra content just to make it longer. And if this is an incentive for developers to make games longer to charge more money, yeah, we're gonna be in those games where you're playing the same bosses again, you know, at the end, which is a huge pet peeve for me. If I beat a boss once and his cronies and the bosses afterwards, I do not want to fight them again. It's just boring and dumb, and I can tell what you're doing. You're just extending the content. And I don't know, is that kind of thing, or like massive maps that maybe have like one thing here or there, they're just bloated and it's redundant and boring. I am sick of that kind of experience, and honestly, I would rather, you know, pay full price for a really solid, fun experience. Astrobot is a great example of a game that I think is worth full price. It's only like 10 or 12 hours, but damn good 10 or 12 hours. And I'm not just saying this because I typically play a lot of like JRPGs where they're 100 hours and I don't want to start paying $100 for each game I like playing. I'm just saying, like, I don't think it's right. And at the same time, Nintendo Nintendo also exposed themselves as being kind of greedy. So there's a game that we saw in the Direct called Welcome Tour that essentially just shows you everything about the Switch 2, some of the new features, and I think it even breaks down like frame rate, and it'll show you the difference between 60 FPS and 120 FPS and whatever. Anyway, this for me is a pack-in game all day, but apparently Nintendo is going to charge you $10 for it, which I think is just a bad move by Nintendo. Because when you think about like the PS5, it came with a pack-in game called Astro's Playroom, which had so much replayability. It was a really good game, and honestly led to, I think, what is going to be PlayStation's new mascot. It was such a smart move by them to put that game in there, and it did also show you how the PS5 has added new features, but it also celebrated Sony and PlayStation in general. There's even a really cool, like, old school throwback to the PS1. But my point is Nintendo just looked really greedy for this, and really, what is $10 gonna be for them? It should have been a pack-in game. It's kind of ridiculous that it's not. But as I've maintained with Mario Kart World, I'm not gonna speak on the price really until that Direct comes in, what, the 16th or the 17th, something like that, where we can actually see if there are extra features. You kind of wonder, is there gonna be like a battle pass, but it's already given to you, essentially, and that's part of the cost? I don't know. All of that we're all gonna kind of figure out over time, and until that day comes, I'm not really gonna judge the price. I don't think that if it is just a straight up game, and it's much like Mario Kart 8 or whatever, I don't think they're going to be able to justify that $80 price tag, and I will definitely be the first one railing against it. Alright, I promised to show you guys a game I've been playing called 2 Point Museum, and while I'm showing you some of the footage, I'm actually going to talk about the Minecraft movie as well. Because both of these things I don't have a lot to say about. I mean, I sort of do, but I don't. Like, it's been one of those things I've been wanting to talk about 2 Point Museum, but if you're familiar with, like, the 2 Points games, there's not really a story. There's a little bit of one, but not really. And the same thing with, like, Minecraft. I wanted to tell you guys my experience, and my kids and my experience, but yet, I'm afraid that if I put a trailer up or something, I could get copyright striked or something like that. So, this figures to be a cool way to do both. I'll first start talking about 2 Point Museum, though, as I have the most to say about that. It is essentially the same as all the other 2 Point game, campus and hospital, but I do think that there's a little bit more depth in museum. One of the things that I really like doing is sending out like my archaeologists to go bring back more exhibits. It's incredibly fun to kind of level them up, send them out, and then complete whatever they were working on. The more you go to one location, the more they'll find to make a bigger exhibit, you know, like a full skeleton or something. But I will say this is one of those games that I would almost kind of warn against a little bit, because if you are not a big fan of these simulation style games, this game does get kind of repetitive, really badly repetitive, worse than the other ones I think, because there's fewer problems that happen. I still think like 2 Point Hospital was probably the best one. 2 Point Campus was okay, it was pretty good, and it did have some issues that come up here and there, but Museum, where I do think like they had that opportunity, and there's some cool aspects of it. Like I said, like the archaeologist stuff is a lot of fun, but the rest of it is just kind of bland. It's a game that when I first got it, I was really excited, and I was actually wanting to do a whole review and do all this stuff. Then the more I played it, I was like, this game's kind of boring. I don't really love it as much as what I thought I was going to, or as much as I liked the prior ones, but I couldn't figure out anything that I could say substantial that is bad about it, except for it's just kind of redundant. I don't know, I've said that word a lot and repetitive a lot today, but I definitely feel that way with 2 Point Museum. Alright, so my Minecraft movie experience. So recently, my daughter has really got into Minecraft. She's only like 3, but she is still like really into it. In fact, I don't even play my Series S anymore. My daughter pretty much took it over, which is fine, it's cool. But she just plays Minecraft quite a bit, like more than you would expect a 3-year-old to play. My son, sort of over Minecraft, but he was okay with checking it out. And both of them love going to the theater, so obviously, we took our time. We went to the matinee, which, okay, I live in a pretty small town. I think I mentioned that before. I live in Kansas in a very small town. The Minecraft movie was sold out pretty much all weekend. I had to pre-order tickets for the Sunday matinee, which is insane to me. Honestly, like, I don't think anything I've ever seen in my small town has ever been sold out. And honestly, I didn't even believe it. When I pre-ordered the tickets on Friday, it was only because my sister had given me a heads up. Like, she told me a couple of her friends went to go see it, and it was sold out. So I made sure to pre-order my tickets for Sunday on Friday. But again, I didn't really think that that was going to be a thing. When we arrived on Sunday, there were a line of families that were being rejected to the movie. This isn't like Citizen Kane, it's Minecraft. Okay, honestly, I've never seen Citizen Kane. Just like I remember seeing like Harry Potter, the Twilight series, like these really big movies, and never anything like this. So I was really unsure about, okay, so is this going to be amazing or what? And honestly, it was fine. Going into it though, like even my son was saying, he was like, there's more of a potential for this movie to suck than to be good. And so the fact that it was just mediocre or okay means it was good. And I could already tell that this was going to make a lot of money only because the fact that it was very non-offensive. Like it was watchable for someone in their mid 30s like me, and something that like my daughter really liked. And my son was happy that it pretty much stayed true to the game. You know, the people who made it obviously played the game because there is a lot of like Minecraft stuff in it. Like if you know Minecraft or whatever, they make a lot of references, and even some of the things that they use, like the crafting table and how they build and all that stuff. I don't know. I've never really played Minecraft, even though it was like one of those games I remember like as I was coming up, it was everyone was playing Minecraft. Oh, have you checked out Minecraft? Minecraft is amazing. I never really got it. I never had the creativity, if I'm being honest. It just seemed boring to me. And that's, you know, that's me. But what I could tell about this movie was the kids were super hyped for it. Minecraft fans are gonna like it. And adults and parents are gonna be like, it's fine. Like, if it keeps the kids happy and I can just kind of watch this passively, then cool, we can go see this movie. And that's why I think the movie is gonna do really well, is just because it's pretty much non-offensive to anyone. I was obviously not the targeted audience, and that's okay. Everything doesn't need to be targeted towards me. I'm actually happy with that. It'd be kind of weird. Everything would just be about like music, The Legend of Zelda, RPGs, and football. But what happened at the end was something I didn't expect to happen. And I actually talked to JP, who happened to see it too. You know, JP from Good Talk HQ. He saw it this weekend as well. And it happened in his theater as well. When the movie was over, people got up and clapped. They were cheering in this movie. Like, there were so many people showing so much energy towards this movie. It made me, like, wonder, am I wrong? I thought, like, Inside Out 2, the Mario movie, movies like that were way better, but the crowd did not react the same way. Maybe I am wrong. Maybe Minecraft is low-key, like, this amazing film, but it just didn't strike a chord with me, apparently. But anyway, that was my experience with the Minecraft movie. And I also wanted to just say this at the very end, too. Guys, I apologize for, like, that rant I did before. It's just a lot of anger. But, like, truly, I am not political. I am a registered independent, actually. I don't have a horse in either race. But it just struck a nerve, because I think I am pretty worried about my computer. And, you know, like, it takes hours to make a video, and it shouldn't. Like, not as many hours. But my computer is constantly crashing, restarting. It has so many problems. It's just basically held up with, like, duct tape and bubble gum. And so, yeah, when I saw that, it just struck a nerve, I think. And then I started recording. Like, I literally saw that maybe 10 minutes before I started recording. So I don't know. I apologize. I shouldn't take up your time with that crap, because your time is valuable to me, and I love each and every one of you. Let me know what your thoughts are down in the comment section below about anything in this, even if it is the political side of it. I hope not. But anyway, just let me know what your thoughts are. I love each and every one of you. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.